I can't disagree with you. At least it feels like the Forbidden Zone from what we saw at the first of the movie.
Okay.
It was sandy. Yes, there's water. Yes, there's an ocean, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But
so what is in the lawgiver scripture that defines all of this for him, that Zeus knows this? Is it something that Cornelius and Zira have also read and
they are aware of as well?
Scriptures and lessons.
This is like common knowledge. Is it their Bible?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What is he saying there? The Forbidden Zone was once a what?
The Forbidden Zone was once a paradise.
Okay.
And now
your
it's barren.
breed made a desert of it ages ago.
Okay, so we've had the years of...
That says like he knows
it does.
The history of everything.
So we had the ages of the scriptures were written 1,200 years ago. The cave was 1,300 years old. Now we have, it used to be this garden, this paradise, and now your people did this ages ago. Do the lawgiver's scriptures say something about the land beyond our land was once a Garden of Eden kind of thing?
Area.
Maybe.
Which is a beautiful biblical reference. I mean, if you're going to tie in the slightest of references, I mean, you could start saying that. However, I don't think the Garden of Eden technically existed in New York City, which that map tells us we were in New York City before.
That's
but
true.
It's an interesting idea.
It just goes back to the fact that what is Zeus using as his evidence? Is it scripture? Is it something real? Is it?
I think for the most part, it's
is
scripture.
It knowledge?
I think it's scripture backed up with the slightest of evidence that he wants to tilt in his favor. That's what I think. But I.
I think there was a moment earlier where I would have turned to, the person as a theorist. Oh, I know how this is going to end, right? This definitely would be like, oh yeah, they're going there.
Yeah.
They're going to go there. And Taylor's so dumb.
He is.
Taylor's so dumb.
Hey, he's the best ANSA had to offer.
Which doesn't say shit about their program. So as we get into, did you have something?
Well, no, I think Taylor says something else.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. It still doesn't give me the why.
Yeah, because that's
gotta
what I
be
want.
An answer.
Taylor asked a pertinent question finally. Why?
It still doesn't give me the why. Why man would do these things? What would be terrible about this? Why would this happen?
Right.
And then it says Zeus. Zeus apparently, according to the script, says it softly. Don't go look for it, Taylor. You may not like what you find.
So in that moment, there's also a shot that, to me, may be the single best shot in this whole film, where Taylor is talking to Zeus, and it goes to a wide shot. There it is, right there. That shot with Zeus and Taylor being far left of the screen, the scaffolding overhead, the ocean behind, but part of the scaffolding separating,
breaking up into two
the
frames.
truth, the knowledge, the questions, and the followers. Because we have Cornelius, Zira, and Julius, or Lucius.
Lucius.
God! Lucius to the far right. We are separated by an object in the middle, and the questions of reality. I'm reading a lot.
That's a pretty deep shot. Yeah, if that's where you're going with it.
I just looked at that and I thought, and I think they intended that. So what you're seeing is, you're seeing a wide shot, Zeus, Taylor on horseback, left.
Divided in the middle with
Divided in the middle. They are separated. They're far back. They can't hear the truth. We are often...
I see. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Cornelius
I didn't think about that. They can't hear this conversation.
They can't hear it because not only are they far back, but the ocean's back there. The truth is always in front of us.
But they're not hearing it at all.
They're not hearing it at all. And I when I saw that, I thought, oh my God, I'd never noticed that shot before, but now it's the most beautifully constructed shot in the whole film.
Was I the only one that whenever Cornelius said, you may not like what you find, I just wanted... I won't be afraid. You will be. You will be.
Yeah, once again, Yoda.
Uh-huh.
So after Zeus utters the line, don't look for it, Taylor, you may not like what you find, Taylor kind of gives an indignant look and then kind of pulls the reins. The horse kind of leads away from Zeus. Like, it's done. Like, the conversation is over.
Right. So, you may not like what you find. Sorry about the yawn. That came out of nowhere. You may not like what you find. Is there any doubt that he has seen it at that point?
I don't think he knows the relevance of
what, you don't think Zeus does?
Of the item at the end?
Well, think of it this way.
I do.
I don't think he
So
knows.
the item at the end, well, I don't know if we can discuss that or not, but Cornelia.
I think we have to discuss it.
Dr.
Discuss it.
Zaius, I don't. Okay, so if we came across a relic that was from 1,300 years old that was kind of destruction, Ozymandias, you come across just the 2 feet sitting there with, look on my works, you mighty in despair, and you have no idea what happened to him. Why do you automatically assume that there was a tragedy, that you're going to find something horrible? It could have just fallen down and just been
okay.
in
Then let me
disrepair.
offer the counter to that. If I am an ape, and I think of man as subspecies that can do nothing but pillage the lands and eat my crops, but I come across a massive metal statue, which metallurgy is something to me that I'm like, ooh, metallurgy.
But we still have guns.
Yeah, we do. But I see that, I suddenly go, oh, there was a time when man could build and erect statues in honor. He didn't know what obviously the Statue of Liberty is, but they built something that is massive, and it is a symbol of a bygone era. And what do I see? But the destruction of it's torn, it's tainted, it's all these things. So I think that he sees this, and I think he's been out there. I'd love to see that comic book where Zaius goes for a trot in the Forbidden Zone.
So, do you think Zaius is aware of ruins or something, and that Taylor's entire dialogue about being from another planet that they find ridiculous, Zaius is basically telling him he knows he's going to find his own history the minute he moves around?
I just had that feeling that I don't see Zaius as that kind of person that is simply waiting for Cornelius to tell him what's in the Forbidden Zone. I think that he controls everything, and he wants that information. He's gone on a horse, and he's looked, and he's seen other things. I don't see him as a passive character at all.
All right.
Yeah. It would suggest that Zaius has gone deep into the Forbidden Zone or beyond the Forbidden Zone. That he knows more of what's out there, right?
And as a holy zealot, don't you sometimes go searching for the answers? Because I think that a lot of people that are so over the top with their pious beliefs will, in private, search for the truths. Because they want the evidence, they want the proof that what they believe is correct. And so maybe he thought that, and the lawgiver gave all these things, and he got on a horse and simply went out there and did it. So once again, writers and illustrators of comic books, if you'd like that idea, I'd like to call it Zaius in the Forbidden Zone, but I just see him as that kind of character.
Well, that's it for me. How about you guys?
I think that's a great episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is...
Wrap it up.
That is minute 107. I had to look. I honestly was like, minute 107 of the books. As always, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Let us hear from you. And until tomorrow, we will say goodbye. Sean's looking. Did you have something to say?
There are some facilities I need to hit here in a second.
Okay, Sean needs to go pee-pee. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Running to the bathroom.
The minute of the Apes.